Hello! Welcome to one more video. My name is Stella. How are you? I went to the dollar store these days and I'm in Canada, so I went to Dollarama and I grabbed this yarn here. Look, it's 100 grams of blanket yarn for $3. So I had an idea about a video or a series I want to bring to this channel where I crochet something, or I try to crochet something using the yarn from the dollar store. I was thinking about making one of my chickens using this yarn and see if it's gonna be enough and how the chicken is gonna look like. So come with me. Alright, so let's open the yarn together. Here it says the yarn is 100% polyester and 20% acrylic. It seems very soft. I'm so excited to start. So I already have a pattern for my chickens. It was a video that was posted already. So if you want to make one too, please go check that video. But first, watch this one. Alright, so let's start. As I said before, it looks very soft and I think it's gonna be enough to make more than one chicken. Let's see. And I like the color. It's gray, black and white. I think it's gonna be cute. What do you think? Let's start. So I start with the slip knot and I have the detailed pattern posted already, as I said before. Oh, I have some peeling here. But it's normal, right? With all yarn, with all this kind of yarn, this happens. Ooh, let's start. Oh, so far so good. It's soft. It slides well on the hook. Till now, I like it. So in the video tutorial I posted, I start the chicken with a magic ring and 8 single crochets in the magic ring. But today I decided to start my chicken with 2 chains and then 8 single crochets in the second chain from the hook. So either way, it works well. I know that many people, including myself, don't like to use magic rings or have some difficulty making magic rings. I am one too, and I've been crocheting for like years and years, for more than 10 years, and I still have some trouble with the magic ring, and I like to start my projects with 2 chains most of the time. So thumbs up there. You don't need to worry if you don't know the magic ring. You can start with the 2 chains. It works very, very well. So now I'm going to move to the second round where I make 8 increases or 16 single crochets, right? And so far so good. I like the yarn. I'm actually surprised of how soft it is, and it's not very messy. Just a little bit here at the beginning, which is normal if you buy other yarns that are a well-known brand, right? You're also gonna get that. And yeah, I just want to know if it's gonna be enough for the chicken and how the chicken is gonna look like, but I think it's gonna be super cute. So let's continue. I still don't have a stitch marker. I'm using a piece of yarn here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm working on round 3 now. And what is in your hook today? What are you crocheting these days? Tell me in the comments. Well, I have an order. I have to make a cat ear beanie. And I'm also working on a quick tutorial for Instagram. I'm making some leg warmers. And now I'm working on this chicken here for this video. So I have 3 things going on at the moment. And I hope to finish them all. I don't want them to be whips. Well, the order I have to finish for sure. Alright, round 3 is complete. Look at that. The color here is very, very nice. I like the black with the white and the gray. I'm going to start round 4 now. I love making these chickens. They are so easy to make. Let me see, round 4. I have to make 2 single crochets and then 1 increase. I forgot my own pattern. That's why it's really, really nice to make videos and record the process, because then when I want to make them again, I don't forget. It's also useful for me to have the patterns all stored somewhere. I'm also planning to write the pattern on PDF, right, for my Etsy shop. So if someone prefers to have the document, a file, right, with the written pattern and pictures instead of videos on YouTube, I'll have that available too. So here, round 4 is done. Look at that. I'm so surprised of how smooth the yarn is and how easily the hook is moving, you know? Sometimes the blanket yarns are kind of tough, and I feel that my hook doesn't glide so easily. Do you know what I mean? And this one is really good. There is also a good amount of kind of stretchiness to it. I don't know, it's so nice to work with this yarn. I like it. So let's move on to round 5. 3 single crochets and then the increase. Oh, I have some people asking me how to make the chicken bigger or smaller, right? So for my pattern, this is the biggest it's going to go. So 40 single crochets around for the base. Then we're going to start going up, right? Just making 40 single crochets for a couple of rows. But if you want to make it bigger, pay attention to the pattern here. So it was 1 single crochet, 1 increase, then 2 single crochets, 1 increase in the next round, and then now 3 single crochets, 1 increase. So if you want to make it bigger, you're gonna make 4 single crochets and then the increase, and then the next round 5 single crochets and then the increase until you reach a diameter that you are happy with, right? Or the same thing, if you want it smaller, you can make less than 40 single crochets for the base. So you stop at 2 single crochets and 1 increase. Do you know what I mean? It's very, very easy to make it bigger or smaller. Make this one a little bit bigger just to show you how we can do that. That would be a great idea. Yes, I think I'll do that. I'm not gonna stop here in round 5 with 40 single crochets. I'm gonna go do one more round to make it bigger. Nice idea. So let me show you. Here I'm doing 1, 2, 3 single crochets, and then we do the increase, and this is round 5. Now, instead of working 40 single crochets in the back loops, I'm gonna make my chicken a little bit bigger, so I'm gonna make one more round with the increase. So I'm going to do 4 single crochets and 1 increase in round 6. All right, so look. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then increase. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the increase all around until we get to the stitch marker here, and then we're gonna have 48 single crochets. And if you wanna make it even bigger, you go to round 7 and you make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 single crochets and then the increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 single crochets and then the increase. And you keep going like that. So you add 1 extra single crochet before the increase. So you keep doing that until you reach the size of the base, the size that you want. So now it's time to start growing the chicken here on the vertical, right? Not on the horizontal, on the base. And I'm going to work 48 single crochets on the back loop only. And I think I'm gonna do that for 1 extra round. So what do I mean? I mean that here, for this chicken, I made 5 rounds of 40 single crochets around in each. And here, since the base is a little bit bigger, instead of doing 5 rounds here, I'm gonna do 6. Otherwise, I'll have like a fat chicken, but short, right? I wanted to make a little bit taller too. So I'll make 1 extra round of 48 single crochets around. Does that make sense? Yeah, so that was a nice idea to show you the yarn, right, from the dollar store. And also we had the idea to make the chicken a little bit different based on your questions. And I think I cannot go bigger than this, otherwise I won't have enough yarn. Let's see if it's gonna be enough, otherwise I'll have to, frog my work and make a chicken in the same size as the original pattern. Alright, so here I have my round with the single crochets worked on the back loop only. Look at that. And now I have 6 rounds of 48 single crochets all around to make. And how I keep track of them? I use a puppet toy to keep track of the rounds I have to make. So when I complete my round, I pop 1 bubble. The only thing I don't like so much about this yarn is that there is a smell. Like, it smells like glue a little bit. It's not so bad, it's not strong, but the smell is there. And I don't like it very much. But otherwise it's perfect, it's very nice. I'll be buying this yarn again in the future. And I also, like I said before, I wanna make this a series in the channel. And I wanna buy different kinds of yarn in the dollar stores and see what I can make with them. So if you have any idea, please leave me your ideas in the comments of what I can make with yarn from the dollar store. Oh my god, do you think it's gonna be enough for my chicken? Let's see, I hope so. And also look, the yarn unrolls very easily. So maybe I would get a TP roll before I start and roll the yarn about that TP roll. And then this doesn't happen because it's easily to get lots of knots when it's like that, right? Let's see, hopefully that doesn't happen. I keep lots of TP rolls just for that. It's very useful. Yeah, so next time I'll do that first, and then my yarn is more organized. Look at that. Where's the tip? Where's the end of the yarn? So I would prep. Oops! I would prep the yarn before I start my project. Can also save the rolls from paper towels because they are longer, and for bulky yarn like this it's better, right? But this is gonna work just fine. So I'm gonna do that right now. Oops, there's a knot there. I don't like that. But yeah, it is what it is. We're gonna work with that, and the chicken is gonna look good anyways. So look, I'm gonna do that because I don't wanna have my yarn all tangled in the middle of my project. My first row of 48 single crochets around is ready. Hello, I'm back after a few days. I had more cat ear beanie orders to work on, so I had to stop this project for a little while, but now I'm back and we are going to start to do the decrease now. But before that, let me tell you something. Remember I told you that if you make the base bigger, it's also nice to make the body bigger. But I have a problem with the dollar store yarn. I think I don't have enough to increase here in the vertical. So I'll do the same number of rounds as the original pattern. I'll do 5 rounds of 48 single crochets each, and then I'm going to start the decrease, otherwise it's not gonna be enough. I think it's gonna look nice. Let's see. So let me talk a little bit more about this round where we are making the decrease. So as we have our chicken bigger than my original pattern, so I have 48 single crochets here all around for 5 rounds. And for the round now that we do the decrease, we're gonna work 4 single crochets and then the decrease. In the original pattern, it's 3 single crochets and then the decrease, right? So if you make it bigger than mine, you're gonna have to do 5 single crochets, then the decrease, 4 single crochets and then the decrease, right? So the number of single crochets before the increase on the base here is the number of crochet you're gonna make before the decrease on the decreasing round. Does that make sense? It's easy. Alright, so here I'm working 4 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the decrease. And here's the end of my round already. I'm here at the end of the last round, and now I just have to close my chicken like this. Look, it looks like a basket like this, and then we're just gonna close it by sewing the 2 parts together like this. Yeah, and I have this amount of yarn left. Here it's it got tangled a little bit. Let me fix it. All right, and I actually think I have enough to make that extra vertical round that I want to make to have a taller chicken too. Should I frog my project and add that extra round? I think I'll do that, and then I don't have any leftover yarn. I'll do that. I'm just not gonna record it, okay? I'll be right back. So I added that extra round, and now my yarn tail is very short. But I watched a video the other day, actually a long time ago, and someone said to save on blanket yarn because it's expensive, right? That she was using a regular number 4 medium acrylic yarn to sew the pieces together from her plushies, right? So I think that's what I'm gonna do I'm gonna try to do that. I've never done that before, so it's actually good to practice and to see if it works. So I'll go ahead and do that. I'll sew my chicken closed here with regular number 4 acrylic yarn. But before that, I have to stuff it, and I also have another tip to save a little bit when stuffing. I only do that when I'm not selling my plushies. When it's only for myself, I use yarn clippings together with the fiber fill to stuff my plushies. So that's what I'm gonna do. Perfect! It works beautifully. You cannot even see that is a different yarn. Look at that. So I like this yarn very, very much. The color is beautiful and it's super soft. It was just perfect for my chicken, a bigger chicken. So Dollarama yarn, dollar store yarn approved. Okay, so let's continue. Let's make the crest and the little face. I said crest, right? It's comb. Let's make the comb now. The comb is pretty much free form. You can do whatever you want. I have the steps for it in my pattern, right? In the video tutorial. But you can do whatever you want. Just make something red here on top. So for this one, as the chicken is bigger, I'm going to make extended double crochets instead of double crochets. You can also make treble crochets, right? So let's start. So for the extended double crochet, I yarn over and I pull through one loop, right? And then yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops, and then it's a longer double crochet. So let's go. Yarn over 1, yarn over 2, yarn over 2 more. My chicken is ready. Look at that. It's so cute. I love it. Look, they are so adorable. One thing that I didn't like very much is the eyes here. Because the yarn has black, right, on it, and then the eyes are not so visible. So I tried to put them very high up so it's far away or farther from this black here, but it looks like it's part of the yarn. So look at this side here, it's much better. So maybe I should have used safety eyes so it would be a little bit more different. It would pop up a little bit more, but the chicken was already closed, so I didn't want to open it. And I'm happy with the way it is now, but yeah, if the eyes were a little bit different, it would be perfect, 100%. Now it's 99%. It's cute. Look at that. And here, to compare, it's the smaller chicken. Look at that. Adorable. Let's see how many I can hold at a time, because I have 2 more. Oh, maybe I cannot even hold 2 at a time. So here, this one, let's make a pile. This one, can you see it? And then I have a white one too. Cute. So I hope you like this video. I hope you like the idea of using and testing dollar store yarn. And I also hope that the explanation about how to make bigger or smaller chickens were clear and useful. And I hope you make one for yourself, or a lot. They are super cute. You are not going to regret making them. So I'll see you next time. And if you make them, tag me on Instagram because I would love to see yours. So bye bye, see you next time.